Now we have to discuss about method overriding. Method overriding. So before method overriding, we have observed about method overloading. Method overloading, and it is very famous question. It is a very famous question in the interview, that what is difference between method overloading and method overriding. Okay, so it must be always discussed in the comparison with the method overloading, we can see. So in very short we can recap that. So method overloading is the mechanism in which within a class we have written more than one method having exactly same name with a different signature. See, same name, different signature. Then the mechanism is called as a method overloading, and methods are called as a overloaded method. So that concept we already have been observed. So it is like, for example, we have written the class I have written class addition. Okay, and in that class I have written public void. Okay, I have written add. Okay, and here I just put it a number 1 comma integer number 2, like this. Okay, and this is what the body. Assume any like here there will be any body over here. Now I will, for this one class only, same class must be there. So in the same class I have created add, but here I'm just going to put a double. Okay, double, and here too there will be a double. Here too there will be a double. Exactly same way we are writing like this one, control V. Okay, and I will consider string. Okay, here S1. Okay, and then here too I will consider this one string. Okay, then I can just simply write a S2. So in this way, for a class we have written more than one method with a exactly same name but a different signature. That is what the different parameter. Okay, different parameter. So number of parameter, data type of parameter, and sequence of parameter must be different. That we have observed. Okay, and call to the overloaded or overridden method. Okay, is been resolved at a compile time by using C add. And if assume like if I have passed 10, 20, if I have passed 10, 20, it must go to the first. Okay, if I have written obj.add, and here I have written 10.5, 20.5, then it must go to the second. Okay, and if I have written obj.add, and in a bracket I just have put it ram. Okay, ram, here I just have put it a sham. Okay, I have put it a sham. So in when I'm writing like this one, see, compiler itself through the parameter will understand that this call will goes to the which version of this method, and that is what the method overloading. Only within a class, same class, we have written more than one method, and this concept we call it as the method overloading. And methods are called as a overloaded method. So remember this point. Okay, now I will go to the method overriding. I will go to the method. See what we have observed here. Method name same. Okay, or same name but different signature. Same name but a different signature. That is about the method overloading. Okay, but in a method overriding, remember we have to write a same name and same signature. Same name and the same signature must be there. Here same name but a different signature is there. That is what the basic difference. One. Then it must be in one class. In one class only. It must be only in one class. So here in addition only we have written, but it is not in case of a method overriding. It must be in a parent and child classes. Child classes. It must be in a parent and child classes. So it must be in a parent and child class. That we will see in the detail. So hope it has been recapped for all of you. Now I will go to the method overriding in a detail. Now I will go to the method overriding in detail. So method overriding is a mechanism, or it's a mechanism in which we have more than one method. That may be a 2, 3, 4 any. So it more than one method with exactly same name and same signature. Exactly same name and same signature present in parent class and a child class. Present in a parent class and a child class. Then it's called as method. It's called as method overriding. It's called as a method overriding, and methods are called as overridden methods. Methods are called as overridden methods. Methods are called as overridden methods. So here see here we have the parent class. Assume I will create one class. I will create one class as a parent itself. Okay, and in that parent class I will write one method. Public void display. I can write any. I just mention over here a display method. Okay, and in that one, okay, I can put any statement over here. Assume, and the same way I will create one class child, which extends parent. Okay, it is must statement. So it extends the parent. So as I'm writing this one, I'm making the relationship as a parent child. So giving name it's not enough. We need to write the extends keyword over here to maintain the relationship as a is a kind of relationship. So now in the child class also, I am writing here public void display. Public void display. And in that one, I will just simply consider here this one. So now when if we write like this one within a parent class and a child class, or if we have more than one method with exactly same name and the same signature, one is in the parent and another one is in the child, then the concept is called as, or the mechanism is called as a method overriding, and methods are called as overridden methods. Overridden methods. So in this, if we create a object, of a child class and invoke such a overridden method, then it invokes child class version of that method. Child class version of that method, not a parent class version. Parent class version. So for example here I have created, for example here I have created a object of a child. I have created object of a child. So child obj, okay, is obj c is equals to new, and I have created the child. Okay, now if I invoke objc dot display, objc dot display, objc dot display, like this one. Okay, so it will invoke child class version of that method. So it will invoke this one method, not a parent class, not a parent class method. Now if you have to invoke, if we have to invoke if we have to invoke parent class version of that method, then we can use super keyword. We can use super keyword. So this is what the third use. For example, see, if I written obj.display, so it will goes to the child only. It will goes to the child only. Okay, but assume like I do have another one method, public void show. I do have the show method like this one. And if I am writing like this, okay, this show is from parent, and if I am writing like this one, objc dot show, and there will be no any problem, it will call the parent method. But if I return the display, it will go for the child only. Why? Because display is present in the parent as well as child, and hence it is going to its own method only. It's going to the own method only. But if I have to invoke the parent class version of that method, then I can use a super, and this super we have to use in the child class. So I can write a display, super dot display. So super dot display means what? This display from the super class. That means what? This display from the parent class. So it will go to the parent class and execute that method. So this is what the concept exactly. We call it as the method overriding. So if programmatically, if we have to do this one, I just go here. I just Control C. I will go to the Eclipse. Okay, I will close all these. And now within an inheritance, I will create a new class. Okay, there will be a name of that class as a parent. Okay, in that parent class, same thing which we have created here, that I will just simply put Control V. Okay, here I can say sysout in parent display, like this one. Here too I will just simply write a sysout in child, sorry, not a child, this is again in the parent show, I can say. Okay, this is what the one class I have created. Now we can just go to here. I will just copy this one to Control C. I have to create another one class, so I just right click over here. Okay, new class. Okay, name of that class is a child. Okay, just done this. Okay, in this I will write the relationship. So extends parent like this one, and in that one I just put this one method, Control V. Okay, and in that I can write a sysout. Okay, in parent, sorry, not in parent, in a child display, and then I have written the super dot display. It will go there again. okay, and it will come back to this one. So again I will write here sys out, okay, I will make it only once, control AS, okay. Now I will just write a test, okay, class test parent, I can say child, okay, I need a main method, okay, and within a main method, okay, I am going to write like this. See, I have created the object of a child only, okay, and I want to invoke this one. Control C, I will go here, control V. These are the three statements I have written. Okay, I just remove this. Okay, super, I just put it into the comment for sake of understanding. Okay, only this statement. And we'll try to execute this now. We'll try to execute this now. And you can see it will invoke only, the method from the child class. See, in a child display and in a parent show. Child display is been called, but parent display not called. Because it is been invoking by using the object of a C, and it is considering the object. Okay, like this one. But I have to call the parent class method, so I can use a super keyword. So as I have written the super, you guys can observe here. If I put it the super, okay, trying to execute this one, and you can see now it is going in the child display as well as a parent display and a parent show. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is what exactly the concept of a method, we can say, overriding. But sometimes actually in the vivas or in the interviews, they will always ask this, why overriding? Why overriding is? So there is, we can say about why overriding is that. What overriding is doing here? It is allowing to write a client specific version of that particular method. That means what? See, as we know that in the parent class we have written the display. But the same in the child class want their own implementation. Okay, in their own way. In that cases, we must go for the overriding. So if child class wants to implements its specific version, like I can say own version. I just made the mistake. Own version of that method, then we must go for the overriding beacons. And what is the overloading? Why overloading? Overloading is used here. To improve the readability of a code. So that is what the reason actually we should always go for the overloading and the overriding. So actually by using the overriding, the runtime polymorphism can be achieved. So that is what in the polymorphism concept we are going to discuss this. So for that one, we have to discuss one more topic, that is what dynamic method dispatch. So dynamic method dispatch. So in dynamic method dispatch, we will discuss about this. One, how it is going to achieve the runtime polymorphism by using the method overriding. No doubt, but overloading here it's its use, where I have written. If child class want to implement a specific version, then it will use over here. Then I have used this one. Okay, it's used to improve the readability. And second, it's run at a compile time polymorphism. Compile time polymorphism. Polymorphism is achieved through overloading, we can say. So that is what the very basic things. That is what the very basic things about the overloading and the overriding. Hope it is clear to all.
Yes. Sir, another name of overloading and overriding is also compile time and runtime, no? So
Yes,
these are same.
that is what I written here. Compile time polymorphism is achieved through the overloading, and runtime polymorphism is achieved through the overriding. So actually see, runtime polymorphism and compile time polymorphism, these are the concepts, we can say. These are the concept, and that concept will be get implemented. That concept will be get implemented through the overriding and overloading, we can say.
But interview asking compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. So what we say?
We will go for the polymorphism separately. Definition for that one is same, but in that example we have to give as overloading and overriding. Or the
Yes, definition is same. Definition same runner na दोघांची पण.
Definition will be not same. Definition for the compile time polymorphism is different. Runtime polymorphism is different. Overloading is different. Overriding is different. We have not discussed yet polymorphism. What exactly polymorphism means? Okay, then I will explain you guys what is polymorphism. Then I will explain you guys what are the types of polymorphism. See, these are the types of polymorphism: runtime and compile time. Then we will discuss what is exactly the runtime and what is exactly the compile time. As we go for the definition of that one, then in that you guys have to give the example: overriding, runtime polymorphism, and overloading, that is compile time polymorphism, like that one. So in that we have to discuss about the dynamic method dispatch. So before going for the dynamic method dispatch, even I have to discuss some few concepts like related with the parent class variable and the child class variable, so that we can discuss it later. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So in the next session, we will discuss about a dynamic method dispatch. It is again the part of a method overriding. Then we will discuss that parent class variable class variable relationship. Okay, and then we will go for the polymorphism. Polymorphism I will discuss within only 5 to 10 minutes only. Okay, because this is nothing but the polymorphism. But I directly can't say because it is the examples of the polymorphism. So we'll discuss that and then we'll come about the this one. So first I need to go for the dynamic method dispatch, that we will see in the next session tomorrow. Okay, and then we can go to the polymorphism. Yes, hope it is clear to all.
Yes, it is clear.
Okay, so we can stop here for the day.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Enjoy.